Hey again, this is Martin, and today we're going to figure out number of days past due. So what you're going to do first is to create a card like this with all the days of the dates. So January has 31 days, February has 29, all the way to December. Okay, so for our first question, we have customer Adam Sports and Flies. The due date was on May 22nd, 2015. And don't worry about the balance for right now. So May 22nd. So what we do is we come over here and look at May. May has 31 days. So we go to our calculator and we type in 31, okay, minus 22. So 31 minus 22 equals 9. Okay, and that was for May. Now we're going to add the remainder days. June has 30, July has 31, so let's go ahead and do that. So June has 30, July 31, August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30, and December 31. All together, they combine a total of 223 days. So as you can see here, I have plus 9 because of the days remaining from the 31 minus 22. Now we got 9. And then we added up all the other days, and it gave us 223. Let's do another one. Let's do Green River Sports, November 7th, 2015. Okay, so let's come over here and look at November. November has 30 days in it. So we will say over here 30 minus 7 equals 23. And you can see over here I have the added 23 next to the Green River Sports. So let's add the remainder of days plus 31, because 31 days are in December. 54. So you can see here 54 days, and this will go on your aging of receivables, estimating allowance of doubtful accounts. Now let's do the last one. Wolf Sports, January 20th, 2016. You can see that this date is in a different year. So that means this account is not past due. All the other ones are. Okay, now we're going to work on aging of receivables, estimating allowance for doubtful accounts. So once you found out your days, go ahead and plug them into your spreadsheet, because that's going to be important. Now, let's take a look at this example, which says age class, not past due, 1 to 30 days, it's 2%, 31 to 60 days, 10%, and so forth. So what you're going to want to do on your spreadsheet is go ahead and plug those numbers in. So where it says not past due, right here, go straight down, and where it says percent uncollectible, we're going to enter in our 1%, as it says on the sheet. 61 to 90 days, 30%, and over 120, it's 80%. So you look up here, 1 to 30 days is 2% because the paper said so. 31 to 60 days is 10%, and all this is going underneath the percent uncollectible, all the way up to 80% here, which was over 120 days. So plug that number in as it is written on the sheet. And now you're going to look at how much money these companies owed you. Adam Sports and Flies owed $5,000, and they were over 223 days. I'm sorry, they were 223 days late. So we're going to look up here. Let's see here. Where would that go? That's over 120 days. So you can see over here, Adam Sports and Flies, go all the way to the right, go all the way to the right. Enter in your number, 5,000. Let's take another one here. How about Green River Sports, November 7th? They owed you $3,500 and they were 54 days late. So let's look up the top here. 54 days late is between 31 and 60. And Green River Sports, go over, move over, move over, and you can see 3,500. And you'll do that with all of your other customers here. And then what you're going to do next is, once you're done with that, you're going to have totals. So, and how you get these totals down here, see the totals, 754,000, 296,800. You're probably thinking, where does he come up with these numbers? What you do is you already have some totals to begin with. These are called subtotals. In this example, they're already given for us. 750, 290,000, 120, 40,000, 20,000, 80,000. All you do is on that column add the numbers or numbers to this subtotal. So 750,000 plus 4,400 gives you $754,400. Let's do the third column here because it has two figures. The subtotal, 120,000 plus 3,500 plus 2,400 gives you 125,900. And you'll do that for all the columns. Next, you're going to figure out your percent uncollectible. And remember, we were given the percents uncollectible here, and we had already plugged them in. 1%, 2%, 10, 30, 40, and 80. So what you're going to do is you're going to say you're going to take the new total and times it by that percentage. So, for instance, let's take 51,900 times 30%. So we'll come over here and say 51,900 times 0.3. Oops, wait a minute. And you have 15,570. And you plug that number right on in there, 15,570. Let's do another one. Let's do the 85,000 times 80%. 85,000 times 0.8. 68,000. And you'll go ahead and plug that number in there, 68,000. The last step is you're going to estimate the allowance for doubtful accounts based on the aging of received schedules. Here's your uncollectible accounts. How I got that number, you're going to add up all these new numbers, the percentages of the uncollectible accounts. So 7,544, 5,936, all of these accounts, add them up, and you'll get 121,000. So let's do that real quick. So 7,544 plus 5,936 plus 12,590 plus 15,570 plus 11,360 plus 68,000. 121,000. And just plug that number into the uncollectible accounts. Okay, back in our demonstration, we were able to come up with an uncollectible account of 121,000. We're going to use that number to figure out our bad debt expense, allowance for doubtful accounts. We're going to have to go back to our paper here, or your paper, and look up where it says something with a before adjustment. So for here, it says that number 4, assume that the allowance for doubtful accounts, over here we can see doubtful accounts, allowance for doubtful accounts. Assume that the allowance for doubtful accounts for Trophy Fish Company has a debit balance of $3,600 before adjustments on this date. Journalize the adjusting entry for uncollectible accounts. Now this is key. This is important here. Read where it says the company has a debit balance. So if it's debit, you're going to add this number to your uncollectible accounts here, which is $121,000. If it says credit, you're going to subtract the $3,600 from the uncollectible accounts, $121,000. So once again, if it says debit, you're going to add this number here, whatever the number is for you, it's probably different. Add that number to your uncollectible accounts, and if it's credit, subtract the number from your uncollectible accounts. So I'm going to show you. So we're going to take $121,000. Let's see here. $121,000 plus, because it was a debit, so we're going to add $3,600, and you get $124,600. And go ahead and plug that number into the debit and credit here side, and you're done. And then just insert the number if it asks for your balance sheet. Thanks for watching.